50. Yeah. It's 50 shades of life. Let's talk about your type. Are your pockets feeling light?
Does your man treat you right?
Is your sex game lame? Are you searching for some fame? Hey yo, cuz, let's talk about it. Sex health, music wealth, truth and self. I knew myself. Boy, you better not lose yourself. But let me mind my own black business. Running up these digits, fresher than them dishes.
Shall you grant your wishes? I'm a tarot reading witness.
Yeah. 5-0. Yeah, 50.
Welcome to 50 Shades of Life. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl Raquel Ne'Cole with 50 Shades of Life. And welcome. Here is my beautiful, glowing, the Black Magnolia. Tell you. Yes.
My confidence boost for the day.
Yes. So what product do we have? We talked about products on the previous episodes. Yeah. A previous episode where we talked about it had 10,000 views.
You did. I was so excited.
So what product are you clearly using to perfection?
Okay. So today it's a combination though. So wow. Okay. So today I have on, it's the pink one. I think I showed it in the last video. It's the Pink Repair by The Ordinary. It's the pink one. I can't think of the name of it right now, but it's that one. And then I have that mix with I just got this new cream from Youth for the People.
Another one? You got another product?
Yes. I got a new cream from Youth for the People. So that's what I put on first. I put those two on first. And then after I did that, then I put on the little formula. Remember I had in the little tub that I mixed up. So I put that on there. Then I put some concealer on. So, and then, yeah, I think that's it. Mm-hmm.
So tell me, how do you find these products? Like, and are you going to regular stores? Are you like, what? How do you find We the People and all these other different things?
Well, for you guys who don't know, I used to work at Sephora for like 6 months, I think. And so that's how I found out about all this stuff, because one of the perks of being at Sephora is, and if any of you guys want to do like something for the holidays or something like that, that's one of the perks of it is that they send you products. And so you get to try all of these different products, and then you get to learn if you like them or if you don't. Now, see, I was a lead. So the leads, chef's kiss. The leads get full size products.
Oh,
so that's how I learned about it. And the thing is too, as you're walking around the store, you just try different stuff. And then that's how you find out about stuff. So
you found all this out in 6 months. Now imagine what she would have done true damage if she was there like 2 years.
It was fun. It was actually a fun job if you're like into makeup or skin. In my case, I like skincare more than I like makeup. Yeah. I mean, I like makeup, but I think skincare is my thing. And so, yeah, but it was fun. I think I think that's worth it.
Gotcha. I have a whole new visitor here today.
Visitor? Is this Roman Cash?
That's Rambo.
Oh, Rambo.
My dog with the diaper.
The dog with the diaper. Okay. That is hilarious. Why does he have a diaper?
Because he won't stop peeing. And I got new floors, new sofa. Like, no.
Poor Rambo.
No, look. Whole booty diaper. But he still can poop normal. It's just the peeing part. Like, okay. You say, hey.
Hi, Rambo. Hi, Rambo. They're so cute. Hello.
I don't know. My whole entire doc. This is guess what's in here?
You want me to be funny?
What is it? What you think is it? What were you about to say?
I'll be funny and say something from back in the day. It's Alizé.
What?
Alizé?
Yeah, I know.
Look how. Hold on, let me see if you can see.
Leave in the comments if any of y'all remember Alizé. Just it was from the Tupac era.
Yeah. You gonna bust out like, why you fool? You bougie. Why you getting in a whole wine glass?
Okay, is it emergency?
Emergency. No. It does have vitamin C in it.
Orange juice with Sprite. Oh no, I give up.
Kombucha.
Oh, why is it that color? Oh, well, I don't know. Oh, is that the mango one?
Yeah.
Okay.
This was mango, girl. I bought like 15 of them things the other day. Yeah. All right. So last night I went to
Usher, baby.
Usher. I went to see Usher again.
Love it.
But I didn't get a chance to wear my glasses they gave us. I thought it was going to be like a special moment or something.
Yeah.
It never came. I was like, man, we have to use our glasses. So I felt like this would be a good time for me for the next 2 minutes to wear my glasses.
Love it. You guys stay going to a concert. So tell me about it. Okay. So how was it? Because I know you said Missy Elliott was top tier.
Still.
Okay.
Can't even touch her.
Usher?
Ain't no way into hell. Ain't no way. No. Now, Usher did great in Vegas. He did good last night. I mean, he's Usher. You know what I'm saying? Hit after hit after hit. I mean, he like the GOAT. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, you know, he did the roller skates. He did bring the roller skates from the residence. He did bring a dope stage presence, similar to Chris Brown. He did have two sides of the stage. And last night he actually brought out Big Sean because, of course, he's here in Detroit.
Okay.
And so that was hype. And they said they had never done a song together. So they were actually going to do a song now. Big Sean did sample a piece, which he said last night that was actually his favorite Usher song. Which was Superstar or whatever. But so they hope to, you know, do something together, whatever. But at the end of the day, it was cool. They did the roller skate and they definitely had the stripper pose. And of course, you know, Big Sean had to bring a Detroit version of the stripper pose. So it is not a show that you bring a child to. You bring one and up, actually, not even an 18-year-old. So you have scenes where they act out moments and things of that sort. So this is for grown folks.
Okay, for grown folks. And you mean it's like booty sliding up and down the pole?
Oh, 100%. It's banging. They act like they banging. They doing all. So it's similar to when you went to like Vegas. This is like the Vegas vibe. So we're grown men next to me. It was a Caucasian man next to me with his girl, and there was another couple with them. And he kept hitting this girl like, because they were, you know, on the poles, girl, they about it on them poles. I don't know.
Yeah.
And your coochie ain't burned up and your booty cheeks ain't hot, you know. And they be falling right till they get to the end to the floor, like, and then they come back up, they roll the legs. I'm like, talented. Yes. 100%. 100%. So I'm like, I got the booty, but that's it. That is it.
The core strength is impeccable. So, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
30 years ago. Not 30, 20.
I say 30 or 10?
20. No. 20 years ago, maybe.
Okay.
But it was cool. He has, you know, I can't roller skate, but I love watching it. Because I can roller skate, but not like that.
Oh, okay.
Not like that. Girl, them things, they was, and they had the brothers, the girls, they had, you know, it's just everything. And he was just dripping with sweat.
I bet.
Now, you know, Usher is dripping with sweat. Imagine the average person.
Yeah.
Dead.
Yeah. Look, when I used to live in where was I? Delaware. That was a big thing there. Skating was a big thing there. Like when we first got there, it was a big thing. I was surprised. And so they used to have like a Thursday night and Friday night skate for like teens, and that's when Kaylin was getting into middle school. So we had parties and stuff there, and it was fun to start to skate and stuff again. You really realize how much of a workout it is. You're there for a while, like a long time skating back and forth. It's a lot of fun. And I'm like, maybe I'll get back into some skating.
Girl, yeah, skating is a huge thing here. It always has been really, really big, and bikes and all that. So it's dope to see that they have ride outs. I know in New Orleans they had ride outs where all the glow bikes and all that kind of stuff as well when I was down there. But and when I came back for school, like homecoming, they'd have it. But yeah, skating is huge. It is huge. But when I grew up, they tried to like go to rollerblades, but then, you know, the old school real from Chicago, Detroit, Atlanta, and some of the East Coast is skating. But on to another artist. So this is a little, we brought it back to the original 50 Shades of Life. All right. And that's what you guys are watching. If you didn't know, it's 50 Shades of Life podcast. We have been on camera since October 31st, 2023. And like I said, if you don't know, you need to follow us on TikTok. Everything is the same, which is 50 Shades of Life, 50 SHA 8 DES of Life all together, all the words. And remember, it's AATDES. Okay. We don't do nothing normal over here. Okay. Nothing. So you guys can go to TikTok, Spotify, YouTube, Patreon, X or Twitter, Facebook. Did I say Instagram? Yeah, Instagram. All of it, 50 Shades of Life. All of it. All right. So YouTube, of course, is where we have our main channel here for our podcast and all that. But today, our previous artist, who is also my son, Stylo 3 Time. So he's not here right now, but he dropped another dope video today. And so Talia has not seen it. And so said I wanted her to, see this video. It is a paid production. Okay.
Okay.
This is a real thing that he is working on. It's already, the album is already out in terms of the actual song. So if you're interested in booking him or wanting to know more, you can hit him up. And he has his link tree and everything. He's on YouTube. He's on every single platform. Again, it's Stylo, Stylo 3X. He is everywhere. So we're gonna play this now, and then I want to get your reaction afterwards. Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And it's not a long video, so.
Okay, good. All right, let's do it.
All right. This is Stylo 3 Time. Crazy 8. Way too geeked. All right, like, yeah, I'm geeked. Okay. All right.
I wait to get I wait to get I wait to get I wait to get I wait, yeah. I'm up, can't sleep, no. He said, he sleep, she drunk, text me, yeah. This that, no 3, yeah. 3, Stylo 3, yeah. Bad bitch, look like a Barbie, but I'm not Ken, yeah. She got a friend, yeah. I think that they twins, yeah. They both got no skins, yeah. Big shout out to Ken, yeah. But I made this shit possible. Just from writing songs, that's all up in my notes. Yeah, $1 billion worth of game up in my dome. I ain't Gilly, but I'm gonna be the king of the palace that I own. Yeah, I'm talking about cribs, I'm talking about homes. Yeah, ain't got me no kids, I'm locked in my zone. Yeah, I take me some trips, you know that I flown. Yeah, you all in my mix, I'm so far gone. You ready? I'm ready. I wait to get I wait to get I wait to get I wait to get I wait, yeah. I wait to get I wait to get I wait to get I wait, yeah.
All right. 100% honest truth. First of all, we go strictly and only talk about one. What do you think about like the song itself?
I like it. I do, and I like it. I like when the first one is like, she got a friend, and da 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 da. So I like his flow there. I like that. I like that part. And then she went. I don't know what the hell he said on the
Wait.
I got the way too geek. I got that. But then what did he say after?
When he's like,
yeah, what is he saying? He's saying, get your freak on?
No, he said, and this is why I told him, I said, you're going to have to put the closed caption.
Look, for some of us.
Yeah, because our population, we like, wait, I'm like, look, it'll be until you like 30 years old and you hear like TLC or R. Kelly or certain ones, and you've been saying the wrong thing the whole time. You like 35 years old, 45. Yes. So he said it's way too geek or something like that. And I'm just like, oh, okay. So I just be like, way too geek. Oh, so you have to know what he's saying. That's what I say. So
okay.
That's why he should have been here right now, but he busy running his mouth trying to do things like for this whole release. So, but overall, so what do you think about the video though?
I love the video too. I think that it was, it looks cool. I like all the different images. I like how dark it was. I thought it was dope. I like the hair swinging. I was gonna say, okay, Seth, I see the muscle. Okay, muscle. Oh, stylo, sorry. Okay, stylo muscle. I see that. And so I like that. And I like that with the shadow aspects of it and swinging the dress. So I thought it was dope. I thought it was good. And I thought it was worth, spending your money on it. You know what I mean? I think you got a good product.
Good. All right. So if you guys are interested, again, you can go to YouTube and literally type in Stylo 3X and it'll have all of his songs on there, all of the albums. I think he's got like 12 or 15 that are on there, plus new stuff that he wants to drop. But right now he is trying to promote the current stuff that is out there. So again, if you were in the Metro Detroit area, if you're in Atlanta or LA or New York or Miami or wherever, and you want to holler at him or you want him on your podcast, I don't know. Or maybe you got some connections, holler at him. Okay. And he's on Instagram again, Stylo3X. He is on every platform. And he also owns his own apparel line. His merch is called Out of It. So you definitely got to check it out. But the it is a one. So, again, he is my child. He does nothing normal. So there's a lot of numbers in every business that we own. So literally it's Out of It, but with the one. So, all right. So good job, Stylo. We appreciate it.
We enjoyed it.
Yes. So again, way too geeked. All right. We're going to transition to the next segment of 50 Shades of Life.
Oh, hold on. I got one thing I wanted to say too. So, quick thing before we say, I guess I don't know if it's a segment, but a challenge maybe. So I'm going to make it real quick. So I was watching Dr. Mike Israetel. I think that's how you say it.
There you go.
And he said that it only would take. Did you fall into the
My head busted thing up. My bad. I was just trying to get my kombucha. We're good.
Okay. He said that actually that you only have to work out with your 10-pound weights, right? So, 10 pounds each thing. And you can do a 20-minute set. And there's certain exercises that you can do for what you are trying to, if you're trying to do an overall body workout, you can plan your workout for what you want. What you're trying to target or what it is that you're trying to do for 20 minutes. So, if it's like squats and then you're going to do some arms and then for 20 minutes. And he said you could do that twice a week and you would be surprised the results that you can see. And I'm like, well, dang, you could definitely, I don't know everybody, but 20 minutes is nothing to me to dedicate to working out twice a week. That's nothing. And he said, surprised what you will see after 6 months. The transformation of your body. So if anyone wants to join in me, I'm about to order my 10-pound weights and they're going to be coming in Amazon. And y'all join me. Okay. We're getting ready to start. I'm going to say, when this podcast comes out. So
and if you're wondering when our podcasts come out, they come out on the weekends. Every other weekend, okay? It could be Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. It depends, okay? Because we have other lives. Eventually, we will be full-time doing this because we want to tour and, people want to holler at us and all that kind of stuff. But until then, I do have a 9-to-5 and I do not have any editing experience, no production experience, nothing. I'm just creative and it requires time. So, all right. So you get the podcast when you get the damn podcast. All right. But it's supposed to be Saturday, usually Saturday late nights, almost damn Sunday.
That's okay.
So, all right. So today we're kind of going back to like our original way of doing our podcast, which is in different segments and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we're still going to have people on. So if you're interested in being a guest, because we have literally planned out the next 9 to 10 chapters, and we are super excited because going into that is the season 2. Season 2 is amplified. And we are always looking for sponsors and guests. So if you're interested, again, like I said earlier, it's 50shadesoflife@gmail.com. So that's 50shades of life@gmail.com. All right. All right. So today, Talia is already excited. Look, y'all, you can see her cheeks rising because she is so excited to talk about this. All right. So we got about 15, 20 minutes to talk about this.
Okay.
This one is titled, Are You Emotionally Available?
Yes.
Okay. And it's like, are you really ready to love? Like, for real, for real, for real? Are you unpacked? Have you fully unpacked all your emotional bull crap? Okay.
Yeah.
Are you truly ready? So that's what this topic here is. This is the main segment of the 50 Shades of Life podcast. All right. So Talia, explain to people, what does it truly mean? Okay, if you can. She like, look at my laptop.
Oh, okay. I think you mean.
Well, remember, so this is the actual question. So what does it mean to be emotionally available in modern dating? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So some of these things I came up with, some of the things we use a little bit of assistance with, but this is something that we are passionate to talk about: relationships, makeup, beauty, skin, networking, all this kind of stuff, whatever. So that's why we're kind of going back to this. So it's a lot of diversity, hence the reason why 50 Shades of Life, we talk about everything. Okay.
All right, I'm ready.
All right. Put this in your phone. So if somebody try to get smart with you, you got it right here. All right. Mm-hmm. What does emotional availability mean in modern dating?
All right. So it means, number one, willingness to communicate your feelings. I'm going to read it down and then we can talk about each one.
Preach.
All right. Number 2, vulnerability. Number 3, consistency and reliability.
Woo!
4, being present.
Oh, get off your phone. Pay attention.
5, readiness for commitment. And number 6 is empathy and emotional support.
That sounds like a perfect damn person to me.
It does.
Hey. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
My thing is, so I think it was 4 or 5. The commitment part.
Mm-hmm.
So can you be emotionally available without being committed to? Or it wanting to be in a committed relationship?
Yeah, I think so. I think that you could be emotionally available, but not. What do you mean? Yeah, I think that you could be emotionally available to all kinds of people. Like, you could be a person that's in tune with your emotions, able to express yourself. But now, are you saying ready to commit, or do you mean, is that what you're asking? Yeah, because that's what it's saying.
It says ready to commit, right? And I'm going, well, I guess, you know what? I kind of feel like you kind of have to, because if you're giving them your undivided attention, you know what I'm saying? That means you like solo dolo. Like, you can't be, I don't give a shit what anybody says. You cannot think that you can't be in 2 places at one time. And that's mentally and physically. That's just period. I don't give a crap what you're saying. Somebody is losing out on something. The one person you may be giving your physical all, that means you are not giving the other person your emotional and physical, or vice versa. I just feel like you probably do have to, now that I'm thinking about it, you probably do have to have that. Sounds like, what if you don't want to be in a committed relationship? You know what I'm saying? So I think that's real. Okay. So now that we have that out the way, what are some of the signs that you feel like you know when you're ready for a relationship, and then signs when you're not? And things maybe that you've run into, like maybe amongst yourself, Talia, where you were like, you know what? I ain't ready to be in a relationship. Like, no.
I can tell you right now, I don't have the patience. I will, but we discussed this in one time. I will run for the hills in a minute, child. But in a minute. So consistency and reliability. I feel like I'm a reliable person, but probably I struggle with being consistent. And here's the thing. No, this is how I am, which I don't know. It's tough, but I am by nature that way. Like, if I say I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. So if you are flaky, then I'm gonna be real flaky.
Yeah.
Because I'm very tippy-tat, I guess. And I know everybody's like, oh, problem. She's a problem. I am. I'm probably a problem. But yes. So when you are wishy-washy with me, then I'm wishy-washy back.
Which means you're not emotionally available.
I guess, child. I guess. Am I
always been that way, or do you think it's maybe the last 5-10 years of your life? Like, do you feel like in your dating life you've always been that way?
You get that. This is a difficult question. I don't think that it necessarily has to do with any particular person or relationship experiences. It really is based on what you given me. To be honest. So if you're showing up and doing the work, like, why am I going to be showing up 100% matching all of these 1 through 6s, and then you giving me 2, 3? And I know at times in relationships things fluctuate, but that might be another problem with me too. But why am I showing up, being consistent, being reliable, being present, communicating my feelings?
Maybe because they don't know how to be emotionally available. Maybe they don't even know the definition, like some people out there. Maybe they have never been with somebody in that mature relationship to actually be emotionally available to them. Therefore, they don't even know what that even looks like. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes when you start, and this is where, like, I know they talk about, like, Black women, how we, you know, when you with the right Black woman, we uplift you. You know what I'm saying? And then you look at some of the people that a great and strong and awesome Black woman is, and you look at the mate that she is with, you see him doing this. He elevates, and she's usually right with him. You know what I'm saying? But she definitely upgrades him. So sometimes, though, I feel like in some situation, not all, okay, you know, and I had this conversation with somebody else where she was like, man, this dude must have been with some hood rats, because he was like, the shit that he be doing. This is me talking to my girlfriend not too long ago. She was like, am I wrong? Because I ain't want to hook his crackhead ass friend up with my girl. And I'm like, what? And
no, you ain't wrong.
I was like, hell no. And she was like, I don't want him associated with nobody in my family or friend circle. And I was like, hell no, you know. And so she was like, I just think everybody that he's been with in the past and he has recognized was just hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't had no class. They just didn't bring nothing to the table, right?
This is getting a little pick-me-ish, though.
You said what?
She's getting a little pick-me-ish with this comment, though.
Yeah, well, that's what it is. This is what she said. And because I was like, well, what you mean? You know, she was like, no, she was like I'm saying, like, it's just a whole different level of a type of woman. She was like, you know, I'm a type of person where, you know, I got my own thing. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm doing this. I expect this. She was like, my level of expectations are, you know, blah, blah, blah. So I just was like, well, maybe he has never experienced that. So you got to showcase that. You know what I'm saying? He ain't never had a woman who was forever in his corner, who he had surgery, and he was shocked that she actually brought food up to him. And he had like major ass surgery. He broke his femur or something like that or whatever. I'm like, how the hell you break your femur? But anyway.
That's pretty big. Yeah. Femur. Wow. What the hell he was doing?
Girl. So, but regardless though, she just was telling me how he was shocked that she was a caring individual. Basically, I said, damn, he was shocked you brought him food. She was like, yeah, that's what I'm like, well, damn, who you been with? This is a grown ass man. Like, he damn near 50. And then he was like, I ain't never been with nobody that brought food, that did nothing for me, that truly, genuinely like cared. She was like, you want to go grocery shopping? I can get your groceries for you, you know?
Oh, no, I'm not doing all
that type of thing, because he couldn't drive. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't get out. He's like stuck up in there. And she was like, girl, come on. I got 3 kids. I do what I need to do. I'll bring them food, whatever. This is somebody that I'm with. She was like, I don't do this for anybody. You know what I'm saying?
If that's her man.
Yeah.
If that's my man and we're like in a serious, committed relationship, like we are like serious and maybe engaged, probably engaged. If we got to be engaged, because I'm not buying a man groceries, and I'm probably going to get torn up about this, but
I'm sorry.
And because I have some things here to say. We have a person in common. I'm not going to blast her or call her out, but we have a person in common who is that type of person. Who, I mean, exact kind of scenario. The man had major surgery. Mm-hmm. She took off of her job, time off of her job to go and take care of this man. She has no ring. She was not engaged.
Okay.
So that's my vacation time that I could be using for whatever things that I need to do for myself or my kid. Mm-hmm. And she took care of them. She did all of these things. And today they're not in a relationship. Mm-hmm. There was no ring on the finger. There was no talk of where this relationship is. You know, we really have a solid future here. And so to me, making a really big investment in a person to that degree where I'm going to take off work and then I'm going to, like, first of all, I'm not taking off work. I'm just going to be 100% honest. I'm not going to be taking off work or losing any money unless you are my husband. I'm just going to be real with you.
Money over hoes. No, I mean, go ahead.
I'm sorry. And two, I'm actually not sorry, whatever it is. And so, no, I don't think I would buy any groceries for someone. And I know you're like, wow, she's selfish and blah, blah, blah. And that's okay. But no, I can't really say it. So if you, and listen, let me tell you something else.
Wait, and you wouldn't expect that in return. So if you, had to have major surgery and it was pretty much just you, you don't
have no family, you don't have no brothers, sisters.
Maybe it's distance or something like that. And maybe they don't have that, type of thing where they trust anybody and everybody up in their house, but it's a serious surgery where they're out, 5-6 weeks or something like that. And this is somebody that, say you are in a committed relationship where you guys agree is one-on-one. Maybe you've been together like a year and a half, 8 months. I don't know. So in the event that you had major surgery, would you expect for him to be available to assist you during that time of you're literally laying in your bed, like you're not even allowed to stand up, unless you're going to use the bathroom or something like that?
I don't have those types of expectations from people. That's why I have family. And if
if your family is not available,
if I wasn't in the position to have family, then I hope that I was in the position that I could afford someone to come and be with me and like afford to pay someone. If I'm in a committed relationship with someone and it's a serious relationship and we have committed to each other and I know that this person is serious about me and possibly then, but I'm not going to play games with just a boyfriend, girlfriend type of situation. To me, that's a waste of time. Honestly, I'm going to have to say we probably have to be engaged for me to be doing all that. You're just going to be real. Like, I'm coming to take care of you. Like, do you know the degree of taking care of somebody needs when they have a major surgery? I'm just saying,
so even if it wasn't that you took off work, because she didn't take off work. She just was like, hey, she was like, I cook. She was like, I cook every day. You know what I'm saying? For my kids. My kids come home and they eat. And they are in separate places. He is like 45 minutes away. But she did bring him definitely home from the hospital. And he was laid up in there, whatever. And she did give him, made extra of what she was already giving to her family. But she didn't take off work or anything like that. But it was, hey, I'm going to go check on him.
Yeah, she bought him some groceries and stuff, though.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's not coming out. This is my thing. Here it is. I don't know her particular situation. And I mean, everybody's different. You can be a generous heart. Like this could be your neighbor that you're doing something for. So if it's coming from a spirit of, I just want to be generous and a kind-hearted individual, that's fine. But you also, I think, have to think about in relationships in particular, people will take advantage of you. They'll take advantage of your kindness. And I feel like if you're going to make a total investment in someone, like what it takes. Now, maybe she, cooking and buying groceries for someone. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to just do it for anybody. I'm just going to be honest. Like, we'd have to be in a serious committed relationship. So you could tell if sis watches this, it's not a judgment of you. You live your life how you want to. Please know anybody. I'm not judging you. It's just how I roll.
Right. Yeah. The blurred lines between vulnerability and emotional baggage. Ooh, that's a good one. There's a lot we can dig into that part. What is the one thing that always makes you put your emotional walls up? And has that changed since your last serious relationship? Or has it always been like the same thing that consistently you find yourself with your walls up?
I think I learned something from every relationship that I've been in. So after every relationship that I've been in, I try to examine. And also it comes with age and experience. So as I've grown, I've, thought about decisions I've made, how I acted in relationships and different things. And so I try to grow from each relationship and learn something. So you're asking me what puts my walls up. Mm-hmm. Inconsistency is one. I know I said that I can be inconsistent, but I'm only going to be inconsistent when you show me inconsistency. And I'm not going to be showing up and calling you if you're not calling me. I'm not going to, if you say you're going to do something Monday at 8 o'clock, Thursday, something, then I expect you to do it. So if you're not going to do it, and then you call me on a Friday, I'm like confused as to, I probably won't even say anything to you, which is probably how you and I are getting a conflict about this.
It's communication, emotion.
I don't communicate.
It says communicate. Yes.
That's number one. And because you should know better. If you say as a grown person,
that does not bother everybody. That's why you have to communicate, because again, not everybody is you. You have your own tick, right? Mine may not be like somebody, he or she could have been in a relationship for 5-6 years. And that was one thing that they never gave a crap about was schedules, or that thing where, the consistency was the top 3, right? That's why it's so important that no matter who you're with, like communication is everything, right? It's not, oh, you should know better. It's like common sense ain't common. That ain't a common sense thing, right?
It's not a common sense thing to show up when you say you're...
No. What I'm saying is that it bothers you. You're just communicating. If you said that it bothers you if someone is inconsistent, right?
No, yes. So you're saying, hold on. So just so that I am clear, you're saying like you can't go to your job. You can't show up at a doctor's appointment saying that your doctor's appointment was at 1 o'clock. You show up at 2:30, and they're like, oh, well, okay, they're gonna say, hey, we can either schedule you, we may be able to fit you in, or we're going to reschedule you. So if you're saying that we're supposed to have a date, or you're supposed to do something at 8 o'clock on a Thursday, and then you don't say anything, or you don't show up at all, and I'm supposed to give you a pass? Absolutely not. And I'm not going to communicate. Huh?
Why? Why not?
Why should I?
Okay, so if somebody, maybe it's not as drastic as a whole damn hour and a half or never show up, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just a different level. Okay. But if it's things like it could be that person's work life, like it's truly not something that is intentional, right? To where it's like, dude, I am nonstop. I can't, like in your situation, you can't even have the phone on the floor. You know what I'm saying? So somebody could be like, dang, like I can't never talk to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, how come I can't talk to you till 9 o'clock at night? You know, that type of thing, or 5 o'clock in the evening or something. But it could be that. But again, it's for you to communicate, to be able to say, hey, that bothers me. Or you may never know that it's this person's job unless you bring it up, because he's going to think silence usually means like you acknowledge it. It's okay. Right. You're receiving something. It's all right. Just like when they say, oh, okay, when somebody doesn't speak up when it comes to racism, they're usually like, because they're okay with it. Right.
No, if I'm sorry, I'm not talking to you anymore.
Yeah. But again, so she's not emotionally available.
I'm not talking to you anymore. If that's an emotionally, I find these are standards. I'm confused. I feel that these are standards.
He can't know your standards if you ain't telling the man. Just like as a friend, right? One of my girlfriends, all my girlfriends know Raquel is late. Okay. My other girlfriend, she is early, right? She's like my dad, which I actually don't like when somebody's like, what time is it? What time are we going here? What time? Oh my gosh, shut up. That actually has developed into a pet peeve, because that's how my dad was. It was like, oh my God, not everything needs a freaking schedule, right? Not everything. So what time we leaving to go to Alcorn? What time whenever we get up, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, but it's because he's communicated and says, hey, that bothers me when I say dinner starts at 7 o'clock and y'all rolling here at 7:15. That bothers me, right? He wants you to be there at 6:50. Okay, I could care less. Like when my brothers come in and it's 7:15, whatever. That's why I tell him this starts at 6:45. No, by 7:15 he gonna be there. But it doesn't bother me. Versus like my dad, oh my God, he will have a whole just freak out. And it's like, so again, communication is really big, whether it's a friendship, a work relationship, whatever. So I think that's number one. So that's something Talia will continue to work on as she peruses and chills. And
I guess. I mean, I'm not speaking necessarily of being late. I mean, we can move on to the next
example. I'm just giving it.
Oh, okay. I was going to say late because I'm a late person too.
Yeah.
And I can give many people passes, but I'm talking about something in particular, like not communicating that you are going to be late, not showing up at all. Mm-hmm. That would be crazy. So if you expect me to talk to you and you didn't show up at all, I mean, I've had in previous situations when I was younger, people do stupid stuff like that, and then they'll come back the next day and come up with this incredibly crazy excuse. Right. Of course, as a big grown woman now, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah. I'm not gonna even listen to the excuse. I'm not gonna even talk to you because you should know better. Yeah. Okay, but go ahead.
Yeah. So it talks about there's this blurred line between being vulnerable and emotional baggage. How do you receive that?
Emotional baggage. Yeah. Like, so for instance, something that your ex used to do, you're expecting that type of behavior, or if you see something similar, it triggers you, and then all of your old reactions that you have from being in that situation, you bring it up to me or to a new person. That's emotional baggage, I would think. And I think that would be irritating.
Especially if that person hasn't exhibited that behavior.
Exactly.
It's like you're telling them what they're going to do. They're not even the person that did the shit. It's the last person that you.
Yeah, I don't want to hear none of that.
So, and you know, sometimes people bring emotional baggage because they're actually the person that has the baggage. Like that, you are the baggage.
You're the baggage. Hey, I could be the baggage sometimes too. So, hey, man, if y'all like she hard, and yes, I will admit I'm a tough one. So, yes.
Do you think that maybe that is your emotional baggage?
Not my emotional baggage. It's just a particular way that I am. I don't really feel. I just have. First of all, since we're gonna say it, I don't really enjoy relationships. So if I'm in a relationship, you have to be a very special person, and you have to be a person that I feel is worth doing all of these 6 things for. Mm-hmm. So, and that will take time with me because I do feel like I'm consistent and reliable. I'm very present. I can be very emotionally supportive. I may struggle with communication, and I may struggle with commitment. I might be like, ooh, I want to break up this week. You know what I mean? So that might be something, those 2 things I struggle with. But I feel like I'm a supportive partner, like, period. Like, if I'm a good friend, I'm going to show up for you. So those types of things. So if I'm showing up as all of these things, then it's hard for me to understand when you aren't doing your share.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So like, if I'm trying to do the things that are important to you and you're not showing up, then I'm ready to quit.
Yeah. And I think the thin line is, so say you don't bring the emotional baggage per se, and I think this is how it describes, right? The thin line is because sometimes if you don't bring like the baggage, which usually is like the negative thing, sometimes the reverse of that is being vulnerable because something happened to you in that previous relationship. And now it has caused you to be vulnerable. So I think that's the thin line, because it's almost like you're bringing the baggage, but it's the absence of the actual baggage. Right. So now.
Yeah, I'm not a vulnerable person.
Yeah. So now, not you, I'm saying, in general. So now you have an individual who, let's say, for instance, somebody who just got out of a relationship, and the reason why the relationship ended, right, was maybe because of financial reasons, right?
Okay.
That person was a liar, right? When it comes to what was going on, they were hiding finances.
Like that lady. You remember that lady that blew up on TikTok? He was supposed to be buying the houses and all that.
Yeah. So instead of that person coming in and being all like, just automatically assuming that this person is going to lie about finances, you're now into like a new relationship or you're starting one. They kind of have the flip mindset of it, right? to where they just let everything happen. Like they just believe every damn thing that the new person is saying, just everything. Like, no, no, I've got $100,000 in my bank account. You don't have to worry about that for me. You'll never have a time when we're out to dinner. And they're like, okay. Just super like naive and vulnerable because they are like finally out of that relationship where that person just was a whole shit show with the whole finances. You know what I'm saying? So I think you have to be very careful with that because like they said, it is a very thin line. 100%. I agree with that. Do you agree with it?
Oh, it's a thin line between vulnerability and what? Oh, emotional baggage and
vulnerability. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah. So have you ever like ghosted somebody because you felt like they weren't available and you were, or you were ready to?
I've ghosted people for lots of reasons.
I was just about to say, she like, shit, I done left them for every goddamn reason. But like,
for lots of reasons. And look, they probably ghosted me too. I do not take it personally. I'm like, oh well, I guess we ain't talking no more. So hey man, it's a fair game out here.
Comment? Let me ask you this. Why do you say that you don't enjoy being in a relationship? You feel like it's work?
Too much work sometimes. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yes. I mean, compared to like the piece of being quiet and enjoying your house and enjoying your life, like dating around, and I know you're like, oh my god, she's a slut, she's sleeping around. No, I mean like going on dates. Yes, because when you say that, I'm telling you, you must not be reading some of these comments these men make. You make one comment and oh yeah, she's a whore. You know what I mean? So, and if you want to be a whore for sure. Do what you want. That's your body. But anyway,
got that wop. No, let me play. It's
your business. I don't have anything to do with what you do. Mm-hmm. But anyway, and it's not my job to judge you. But anyway, it's like going on dates or like seeing people and seeing if it works. It's okay. It's just like getting into the emotional, all the stuff that you just mentioned. It just gives me the icks. Sometimes it does. Like when you're talking about like I have to like, I gotta like be patient, and it just depends on what I have to be patient for and with. So if like you're a top tier individual, and to me, and these are my standards. So whatever your standards are yours, but for me, what I choose as a top tier person, I can say, okay, we could work through, because I'm sure there's some things that he would have to work through with me, but it would have to be that. But when it starts getting into things that I'm just like, oh, then that's when I'm like, oh, the stress, like working on things. I'm like, oh, it was so quiet. It was so nice. It was so peaceful.
My God.
You have to be stressed. Oh,
I think if you're in like a real, if you're in a good relationship, you kind of share that, like the similarities, like the quietness. If you like quietness in the house, I'm saying, right? You know what I'm saying? Where it's like a calm. You know what I'm saying? So people say like marriage is work, but marriage should not be hard.
It seems like it's hard.
So it should not be hard. That's my take on it. And I've been married 17 years, and I've seen millions of people around me, I feel like, that have stayed together. Those, like, I look at those, and there's quite a few that are, which is a great thing, that are friends of like my husband's and stuff like that. My husband, and they've been together longer than we have. Some of them, one or two of them since high school. They were actually, one of them was on the show. Their relationship, they're in sync so much where it's a call. You know what I'm saying? Versus if you're around like a couple that is like always in turmoil, like you can feel that energy.
Yes.
Sam.
Yeah.
So I feel like it is really, really, really important for people to understand, like, yes, marriage is work, but it should not be hard. A relationship should not be hard. That truly should be the person that you trust, that should be the person where if something happened good, you got to raise. They're literally like the first person you think about, you want to call. You know what I'm saying? Not
so wait,
not a fit person. And I don't think, and they may not be, honestly, and I'm gonna say this because I believe in it both ways. They may not be like your best friend, because some people, their marriage, they do have that person that is their best friend. Like they literally can talk to them about everything. It depends on who you married. I'm being blunt and real. I don't care what nobody says. It depends on who you marry. If that person is like a really good communicator and they like are hearing you out and they are involved in the conversation and all that kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, but when you have a person who may not be that person that you can literally talk to them about everything, one, they may not give a shit. Not everybody cares to hear about everything. Like, not everybody here cares to hear about your job every day.
No, that's that's what I commented on your thing. That's on your post that you said you posted. I was like, sounds good to me. When she was saying he was talking all day and he came in. Remember the one you posted and he came in and you said, how's your day? And he grunts at you. I'm like, sounds great. Good. You don't have to tell me nothing if you don't want to express about your day. Cool. If I asked you and you like, fine, I'm like, cool. So you don't want to talk about it.
You weren't talking about the girl who was saying don't give somebody else more availability than you do your wife. You're not talking about that one.
No, see, I don't know what the whole extent of the conversation was, but she was sitting on you had a clip up there and she was saying, and it might be that, maybe that's where she was leading to, but when she was saying he is like a boss or whatever, he's like, talking and really communicating everywhere else. But then when he comes home, then and maybe that was the extent of the clip and I just didn't hear the whole thing. But then when he came home, he didn't have that much to say. Like you say, how was your day? And he says, fine, or gives you two words. Or you ask, how was work today? And they say that. But to me, that sounds wonderful.
That's why I said it depends on who you're married to. See, because you may be the person where he may say like, no, I'll talk to my homeboys about, literally everything. Like, hey, the person I went to college with, my homeboy, that's my best friend. But this is my wife. It's not the same. Right. Because he may know like she just did exactly what I was saying. She would be a great wife, but she's not going to give a damn possibly about every single detail or if
you don't want to share it, I'm not going to pry is what I'm saying. So
it's not going to bother you either way is what I'm saying.
Yeah. If you're like, I don't want to talk about it. I'm like, cool, don't talk about it.
Yeah. So that's why I said, again, it depends because he may want to, I don't know, feel comfortable. Not may want to, but he may feel comfortable with calling up his boys, en route to home to the house and lay all that on his boys versus laying all that on his wife. Because by the time he gets home, maybe he has released all of that tension and all that kind of stuff. He talked about it. His boys already gave him feedback. Maybe his boy's an entrepreneur, or maybe his boy's in the same field or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I think, again, it just varies. That's what I'm saying. Now, it may be a situation, like you said, accidents happen. Not everything is in your control, but some things are in your control. So if something is in your control and you keep letting the shit that's in your control keep on happening and keep on happening, keep on happening, and you're never changing and that person for damn sure is going to put you through hell.
No, I'm going to leave.
Yeah. So, in marriages, and we actually talked about this yesterday on one of my actual meeting calls, is, the way you respond to like how many times you deal with something like that is quite different when you're married than if you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend. It's even if you were engaged, it's a little different, Engaged still is very different than being married. And it's just different if this is your child, right? Your child can put you through hell, right?
A child is different.
But your child can put you through hell, right?
Yeah.
So it can tear you up just like a marriage can.
That's true.
The way that you deal with a child is different than you dealing with a boyfriend. Is different than you dealing with even if it's a coworker or a boss, so. This segment is called Truth or Trauma, and we have never done this before. So play along with us. Okay.
Okay.
So the game Truth or Trauma is designed to dive into personal experiences and emotions, offering a blend of vulnerability and insight. Okay. The idea is that each of us would share whether they've ever been emotionally closed off, followed by an explanation of what events or circumstances led to that emotional state. Okay. Do my truth or trauma, basically, right? Like, did it develop a trauma in me, or did it develop like a truth in me? I guess you could say, right? So the game encourages us to reflect on personal experiences that might have shaped their emotional resilience or defense mechanisms. I wouldn't say I was emotionally closed off, but I used to be an emotionally caring person. I cared a lot about people's feelings, their thoughts, their emotions. Like, oh, you know what? This will make them happy, right? If I leave a Post-it note somewhere, right? Would make them happy because this and this makes me happy when I do this. So they must feel that way. You know, like that's the type of person that I had been, to where, and it was much higher than where it is now. Right. So after, I would say, the last like 1 or 2 relationships, and that's why I kind of, you know, feel you when you're like, I ain't about to be cooking, you know, that type of thing. But it was because, you know, you kind of look back and you like, dang, you know, I did this for this person and it got us nowhere. But one thing that I realized was, you know, I definitely learned from those relationships. I learned the things that you should do versus kind of over the top, right? You know, but even beyond shopping, it was just like, you know, you always thinking about somebody. When you're like in a relationship, you know, you're just thinking about like, you know what, they probably would want to go here with me. So, hey, you know, I'm going to call them up and say, hey, you want to go to dinner here? You want to do this? You want to do that or whatever? And I wish I had that same emotionally caring person in as much as I did then. I wish I had held on to that for now. Because, you know, I gave it to other individuals. So by the time it's here, it's like drained out. It's like a prune, you know, it's never coming back. You know, like maybe that's why they say I'm a thug at times. Because I really I don't give a shit like sometimes.
Yeah, true.
Good that I don't, because, you know, still even in my marriage, you know, things still happen. But my reaction is nowhere near how it was before. It would just be like somebody punched you in your stomach when that person did something like that. Versus now I'd be like, you know, and keep pushing, you know, that type of thing. So have you ever shut down emotionally to protect yourself? And then what was the moment or experience that led to that?
Yeah, I think so. I think I do that all the time. But my experience is, when you and I go back and forth about this all the time, and I'm never going to change my opinion. So don't even try.
Is it?
It is. It's not the same.
I do not try to change your opinion.
You do.
I try to get you to see other people's sides.
No, this is my side. So, no, I feel like I will be jolly and happy and excited about just like different things. And then for some reason, people like to pick on me, and they will say things out of pocket, or they will try to pick on, like they'll try to say like little backhanded compliments, or they'll just say little things. But then
your mate, you're saying, like the person you were with would say certain things?
It could be that. Not so much mates, because you're not gonna be my mate for very long. Like if that happened, and I could tell the type of person you are from the very beginning. So if you were a mate that was trying to put me down, then you and I wouldn't be together. And I could pick that out pretty early if you were that type of person, because I don't like that kind of energy. But
do you have a specific experience that caused you to shut down emotionally? That's it's
not in a relationship, is what I'm saying to you. It's not from a relationship. It's a specific. I'm giving you a general answer. If you let me answer the question,
I'm just asking the question because I thought it said emotional. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so in this particular instance, it's just repeatedly that people do that. And so when they do that, then when I attack them, then they get offended because I do try to attack them with military precision. Now, I don't always do it with, I don't always do it. I don't try to be the nastiest. If you caught the military precision, like I took out, like I was a surgeon with it, that means that you really said something really bad to me. And if I really got deep and nasty,
like what? Like, give us an actual example of something that caused you.
I'm not gonna give an actual example of too many personal things. Just a lot of critiquing and saying a lot of things because I'm looking at you like, oh, so you must be perfect. Oh, okay. So you're just over here like, oh, so we're just gonna run down the gamut of the things that I need to do and I should be improving and I need to work on. Oh, okay. Well, if we're doing that, then let me hit you with it. Let me tell you about yourself.
So it's constant critiquing. It's not just like once or twice that causes you to.
It's something about joy. I don't know what it is, but I have, and this has been in relationships. Now that you say it, it's something about when I have been like an excited and happy person, just like jolly. Yes, I have had people in relationships try to like take that down. Like, why are you so happy? Like, what's there to be so happy about? Yeah, I told you this. I think I told you this one. I had one time, and this is why. I mean, this person clearly did not like me. Like, did not like me as a person. Because he told me and I'm not like that anymore. And maybe that was an emotional trauma, but it also may have been something I needed to learn. But I also am not attracted.
The truth. That's the truth then. You didn't have trauma from it. You received the truth from it.
He was like, maybe you need to smoke some weed because you need to calm down. And I was like, dang, okay. And I was like, oh, all right, well, maybe I am too hype and happy. And then like later I look back and I'll be like, girl, I go back and smack old Tal and be like, girl, no, you ain't let this person talk to you like this. And tell you some more ignorant stuff like that.
But why did somebody want to bring you down because you're happy?
It did teach me to not be so upfront and excited with people until I understand that they are for me and that they are genuinely interested in being kind to me and those types of things. So yes, I had to learn that lesson. So that was weird. He just because he didn't like me. It was just because he didn't like me. So he wanted to take me down a bit.
Wow. So it says on here, what was a time when you felt like you had to hide your true feelings from others? What triggered that emotional block? Or do you think emotional walls have helped or hurt you in relationships or life? Can you share a specific instance?
You go first.
I think at first when it comes to like if you're in a new relationship, you have to be very careful what feelings you do reveal. Like, I don't feel like you should reveal 100% of your feelings, right? That puts you in a vulnerable spot, right?
Yes.
This is when you have to kind of gauge. This is when you got to use like street smarts with book smarts, you know, and in a relationship, you got to use your previous experience when dealing in a relationship, as well as I'm open to new experiences, to what I've seen and heard myself, right? And based on your standards. So I think you have to be very careful with that because that can put you into a very bad situation. People can abuse it, use it, whatever you want to say. And, I know that is when you really tell someone like how you truly feel and then they use it against you or they pick it back up. And it was something that maybe was deep. It could have been something about a family member, or maybe it was a fear of yours.
I think so. For my answer would be the same thing, but I think it did cause an emotional wall. I'm not saying that it's impenetrable, but it definitely taught a lesson on revealing too much about your life, because exactly what you just said, they'll bring it up to try to hurt your feelings or make you feel bad. And so you just have to test that person out. Personally, I wouldn't do that again until I know that I'm in a deeply committed relationship. I'm not showing too many I'm not telling you much of anything because people really do judge you.
Yeah. But I think, it's also like, again, like it says in the emotional available piece that we talked about in the very beginning, communication is a huge one as we wrap this up, right? Everyone is different. And it's crazy to assume like people are going to like it's crazy to assume like the last person is going to treat you like this new person. That's one thing, right? It's crazy to assume that a brand new person that you just met that does not know you is going to like know you in your ways. So it's important that you communicate. Plus, it actually allows you and it helps you to get to know you, you know, when you communicate. But it is, and it feels good though when you have like a good relationship with somebody. Hence why we like talking to our girlfriends and all that kind of stuff, whatever. It's because they give us like substance. So vulnerability, you have to also be vulnerable in a positive way, right? Like you have to be able to receive that communication, right? You have to be able to be vulnerable in that, not vulnerable in a negative way. To me, there's two different things. Right. Yeah,
vulnerable, like open and able to share your emotions and connect with people. Yes, I think that
100%. All right. Number 3 was, what was it, Drew?
Consistency and reliability.
That's Talia's thing. Talia's, please be consistent and reliable.
Facts.
100%. And I agree. When someone is consistent, you become reliable. Right?
Yeah.
Sometimes people are reliable because of their inconsistency, right? So, but it has to make sense for you and who you are, you know, in terms of what that actually where that feel good level is, you know. And then number 4 was what?
Being present.
Being present. Yes. So I think technology definitely kills us a lot. It could be the TV. You guys are not really present in the moment. So if you're in a newer relationship, meaning less than a year, you haven't been through even 4 seasons. So you don't know what the trees look like. You don't know what it looked like when it blooms. You know, like go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seasons. Okay. Then you will know, I know this tree here turns red because I've been through that season with that person. I know that this tree stinks in the spring because that's what this tree does. You know, you have to go through seasons in a relationship for you to understand somebody. You can't expect to be like, yeah. The consistency part, I think, is important as well. Humans, we love consistency. Hence why social media and TikTok actually are so addictive. It creates dopamine releases and stuff, right? All right. What was number 5? We have 2 left.
Readiness for commitment.
Readiness for commitment. We kind of talked about that earlier. You know, I think that is a pretty big piece. You know, where you're saying, hey, I'm open to where if this is something that gets serious, I am definitely committed to being to this one person. Because again, you cannot be too serious if you're talking to 2-3 people because somebody is lacking. All right, last one.
Empathy and emotional support.
Ooh, I think you may cover that one because I don't have empathy to it. That's what I thought.
I could be empathetic. Obviously, I'm gonna see what they're gonna say. They can empathize with the partner's emotion and provide comfort.
Yeah, you can cover that one. You do good with that.
You struggle with that. Identifying where they're coming from, like putting yourself in that person's shoes and see where they're coming from in their experience, and not trying to trivialize their feelings because you can't see it from their perspective. So I think that's important to empathize with that person's where they're coming from.
Yeah, I can see what other people are coming from. I just don't give a damn.
I think it would be. I think it's important in a relationship to give a damn. Like if I was in a relationship and the person didn't give a damn, but you know what's gonna happen with me, I'm just gonna be like, all right, cool. I don't give a damn about you either, and I'm out.
Let me rephrase that. Before everybody be like,
I can say how much I don't care. Well, we could be in a battle.
Yeah.
We'll be in combat. I said we'll be in a non-caring combat.
Yeah.
But I'm a tit for tat person though.
Yeah. So, and that's where I would say this. So I am a Gemini. Okay. So I would definitely have empathy for you until you don't deserve it.
Okay, fair.
And that pot is not that deep of the empathetic seasoning. Okay.
Okay.
It ain't a lot of empathy in it. So you got to be real careful. Okay. Because I am a caring person, 100%. But how I show that and and if I really care after you like done some shystiness, yeah, that you're going to go through that pot, the pan. You're going to go through that pan real quick. That is not a pot. Like, there's no empathy.
That's true. Definitely. If they don't deserve empathy, for sure. But I also think it's important not to trivialize someone's feelings. So if they're coming to you and saying that they feel a certain way, and then you're like, well, I don't understand why you feel that way. Or mine, when someone says you're being too sensitive, but I'm going to attack you. Again, yes, because if I think that is the number one way to trivialize someone's feelings, to be like, you're being too sensitive. So then I'm being too sensitive, huh? Then I'm gonna come and find something to attack you to show you what sensitivity feels like. Because if you can't understand where I'm coming from, then I'm going to find something that would hurt your feelings so that you would know this is what I mean. You hurt my feelings. You can't empathize with what I'm saying. So in order for you to get my point, then I'm going to point it out to you and something that you do to hurt your feelings so that you can understand where I'm coming from. So, and that's maybe not a nice way to do it, but I think with certain, with certain people, they don't understand and listen, I know y'all like, wow, she is wild. This is all coming from my experiences with people. I feel like I give people, in the beginning, I try to give everyone a nice, clean slate. And then all of the asshole is going to have to come out later. So if you've encountered me and you're like, she is terrible.
If we did go on tour somewhere, people gonna be scared as hell to come and talk to you. They were like, oh shit. You know what?
You're so friendly and nice.
They gonna be, especially the fellas. The fellas be like, shit. Nah.
The fellas are just gonna, the number one comment that they're gonna make on this video and the clips that you post are gonna be like, that's why she's single. That's why she alone. That's why she gonna be a cat lady. She gonna be an old lady. She gonna die. And I'm like, yeah, maybe. That's okay.
She likes dogs.
You know what I mean? Not a threat, buddy. Not a threat. And I just asked for my number a week ago, so I'm still pretty solid. Okay? You know what I mean?
Handle that situation, Talia.
I have to tell you off camera. Off camera. 0 out of 10. And that's what I say. Always trust your gut. I don't trust nobody else's word. Always trust yours.
See, I'm just saying. So you didn't want to talk about it?
No, not on here.
All right. Well, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this segment. And I was supposed to bring my little positivity book down here. I don't even know where it is. Do follow, like, subscribe, love, share, comment below. Do you feel like, you can emotionally be available or maybe you're not emotionally available, but still be in love? So let us know. Answer some of the questions. What's your trauma and your truth? Let us know. Get you some kombucha and put it inside of a wine glass so you can act
some old Alizé. Please comment.
We gonna bring some 40s.
I just particularly remember that literal color. It was. So comment below if you remember the pop era with Alizé.
We gonna get in our Aaliyah outfits, y'all. We got a whole video from when we were in.
Oh, that was your style.
Dang,
You need to go back and pull up some of those pictures too and show everybody with your little hair and you had the glasses. I remember when you came down that summer. Yeah. She came out.
Yes, I swore I was Lee. I had my Orlando Magic jersey on.
Yep.
Fila's, my Grant Hills.
Yep.
Yes. All right, y'all. It was a pleasure. Cheers to another episode. And we're creeping our way up to season 2, which will be Halloween. So, care, deuces.
5-0. Yeah, 50.
Welcome to 50 Shades of Life.